Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Kale Sandwich Show! I'm Raj.
And I'm Dee.
And today we have another unique special recipe. Very easy to make, awesome.
Full of carbs.
Tons of carbs.
Pretty much all carbs.
Yeah. Basically, if you guys ever have too much bread in your house, I know you guys get this from time to time.
Too much bread. We always finish our bread.
Too much bread, well, sometimes, right? You buy too much bread and it goes stale, so you end up with stale bread. So this recipe will make use of that stale bread and turn it into something delicious.
Today we're making steamed bread. Okay, I know it sounds really weird. What is steamed bread? It's a street food in Vietnam. It's actually like super cheap. They eat it all times of the day. And they literally just steam bread. You put onion oil on it. You eat it with an assorted plate of greens, whatever you want. So we have some lettuce, we have cilantro, we have Vietnamese mince and cucumbers today. But we are doing something kind of special with it. This is not traditional, we made this up. We're putting it in a fresh roll.
We're also going to show you how to make vegan fish sauce. So you know, Vietnamese cooking always uses a lot of fish sauce. They use it as their marinades, their dips. And so we're going to show you how to make a vegan version and you won't even be able to tell the difference. So we're going to use maple syrup, rice vinegar, and soy sauce, and some salt, some sambal oelek, or it's like a chili paste. You can find that in your grocery store.
And for the onion oil that we're going to put on top of our steamed bread, we're going to use some scallions, or green onions, whatever you like to call them, with some oil and just a pinch of salt and sugar. What we've done is actually we've rigged a pot as our steamer.
With just a regular pot, a couple plates, and a bowl.
You can MacGyver your own ghetto steamer. You don't need to buy one.
Yeah, and of course you'll also need rice paper.
Let's show you what our steamer looks like first. So we have about 1 inch of water in our pot, and we're gonna put in a small bowl. Just fill the bowl up with a little bit of water, and then you put a plate on top, and there you have a ghetto steamer.
And of course you're gonna need a lid that goes over your pot.
So we are going to cut our bread, gonna get our water going. So just turn your stove on high and get your water to a rolling boil, and we're gonna cut our bread.
So now we're going to show you how to make the onion oil.
And now we're just gonna pop this scallion oil into the microwave for about 35 to 40 seconds. Our onion oil is now finished. Okay, our water's boiling, so we're gonna put our bread in. You just lay your bread on the plate. Make sure they don't overlap. So we just put a lid on our bread and we're just gonna let it go for about 3 minutes. And in that 3 minutes, we'll make the sauce.
Smells good.
Now we're just gonna put some of the onion oil on top of them. You don't have to eat it with the fresh roll rice paper if you don't want to. You could eat it with the lettuce, but we'll show you both ways.
Alright, so now our steamed bread is complete. We're going to show you how to assemble it and ultimately eat it.
We're going to first soak a rice paper, because I'm going to show you the fresh roll version first. Okay, when you guys soak these rice papers in water, I know a lot of people like leave them in the water until they soften. That is not how you do it. You just literally put it in the water for 2 seconds. You take it out and then you leave it on your surface that you're gonna roll it on, and you just let it sit for about a minute. You don't have to put a towel on it. The instructions say you get like a towel, you wet it, and you put it on top. You don't have to do that. You just have
Not
to
necessary.
dampen it and put it here, and then in 1 minute, it's gonna be pliable.
Yep.
It's not as complicated as those instructions say. I'm gonna take a piece of bread and actually cut it in half because it's too big, and just lay it downwards like this. Take a bit of mince. I like to add cucumber to it. It's very good. Some cilantro. And then you just take a leaf of lettuce. We're using red leaf lettuce. You could also use green leaf lettuce, or you can use a spring mix. But if you use a really hard lettuce, like romaine or something, it might poke through the rice paper. So we're just gonna pull this up, bring in your sides, and then you pull in and you tuck as you roll. Ta-da! So if you just want to eat it in the lettuce wrap, you just have to take a larger piece of leaf lettuce, and we're gonna put 1 piece of bread in it, and just add whatever you want in it, and then you just wrap it up and just kind of tuck it in the best you can. It's kind of like a lettuce wrap, and then you eat it. That is it.
So easy, so good, super healthy.
You really have to give it a try, because at first, my mom showed me this recipe when I was really small. We've been eating it in my household because she grew up in Vietnam. When she was like, come eat some steamed bread. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What is steamed bread? But I love it now.
I didn't know what it was till I met Dee,
Yeah,
so
I showed him.
I thought it was out of this world, and I thought it was amazing when I first had it, so we had to share it with you guys.
But were you thinking, what is steamed bread? Because initially everybody reacts like, what is steamed bread?
Steamed bread, you know, like you throw bread into the lake for the ducks and you eat it, you know, kind of thing.
Soggy bread. But
Soggy bread.
It's not soggy
But it's
at
not
all.
soggy. It's really good.
Yeah.
Also, feel free to dip your rolls or your lettuce wraps in, you know, hoisin sauce as well. I also like to have it with that too. But now you have your classic fish sauce recipe you can use for other things like vermicelli bowls and stuff like that. So, let's dig in.
Let's dig in.
Amazing. When you steam the bread, seriously, you can eat a whole loaf of bread and not even realize you ate a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Sometimes we eat 1 whole loaf of bread in one sitting, like just the 2 of us. Like those big Italian loaves.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoy this recipe. We hope you share it, like it, subscribe if you enjoyed it.
And as always,
We like food.
and we're kind of weird.
Kinda weird.
Are you gonna eat that one? Can I have it?
I rock, paper, scissors you for it. Oh. I win.
You win the chance to make one for me.
Mmm.
Congratulations.